Hello, everyone. My name is Zane. It's been a while, but Kawaii-chan and I have returned to look at this series once again.
I made him do it. He didn't want to, but I told him if he doesn't do it, then he won't get any more cupcakes from me. So you're welcome.
I appreciate and admire the amount of leverage. It's just a shame that it was placed on me. But anyways, we're not alone today. That's my surprise to you, Kawaii-chan. We're
Ooh,
going to be joined by a few people today, including our very own Lucinda.
Lucinda! Hello. I hope you're doing well.
Pay no attention to my voice, please.
Oh, Lucinda, what happened to you? Are you okay?
I was making potions with Travis, and something went a little wrong.
Oh, we can definitely do this another day. Oh well, what a shame. I guess we gotta go now. All right, bye everyone. Oh, so I guess we'll continue.
Zane! Come on.
Ah,
You're right, Zane.
fine.
You did make a promise to Kawaii-chan here.
Fine.
Oh,
Review
and
Liongate
Kawaii-chan,
episode 9.
you better not have Riz over at your house again.
We can talk about that later, right?
Excuse me, what? Who's been over your house?
Mm,
We'll put a pin on that. Episode 9. Our other guest doesn't seem to be here, so we'll go back to normal formation. And we'll continue.
He was at my house earlier when the potion incident happened, so maybe he's being held up by that.
That is true. Whenever Reese is around, he does seem to some potions seem to follow him. Unfortunate. But
At
never
least you're not
mind.
a baby this time, Zane-kun.
That is true. I'm possibly more cursed. I was also a
Oh.
cat several times.
You would enjoy that, wouldn't you, Kawaii-chan?
I would love to take care of him when he's a baby. Ah!
Well, I've been a cat several times, so that happened as well, unfortunately.
Maybe I should make that happen for you again, Casey.
Really?
Please no. I've had enough calamities following me around recently. I don't need any more.
Garroth!
Hey,
Oh.
Kawaii-chan. Hey,
Me and my
baby
big
brother.
mouth. Hello, Garroth. Actually, wait a minute. Garroth! Garroth, dear brother, I'm so glad you're here and could join us on this day. You're in for a treat.
Ooh, we watching something good? Like that anime Aphmau showed me. Oh god, I can't say its name well.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Aphmau
Girl, love, Crystal Mew Mew Chan.
Oh, yes, you mean the Super Kawaii Crystal Princess Schoolgirl Love Angel Cookie Mimu Chan show, yes. She's shown that to me as well. For some reason, her and Travis just adore it. Okay. Oh, it seems that Kawaii-chan has to go.
Sorry.
Kawaii-chan?
Aphmau needs me to help her pick out a new dress for, I don't know, for her boyfriend.
Are you sure you're not hiding anything this time?
Wow, normally she asked me to go with that. I mean, yes, sure, go ahead. Have fun, Kawaii-chan. We'll probably still be here when you're done. I think.
Zane-kun, don't forget, we need to get you a new suit.
Oh.
Wait, should I go with you then? I'm perfectly fine abandoning this right now.
No, Zane, you need to watch this.
Come on,
Worth
Zane.
a shot. Okay. It was worth a shot. Fine. Well, at least we have Garroth here. That'll be something.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Kawaii-chan.
Bye.
Do you think she's going to feed her cat?
No, I don't think so. If I have it on good authority, I'll be the next cat she feeds. Wait, that needs context. Uh-oh, watch the episode. Oh, this is new. This
is interesting.
Oh.
Monster and Drama Queen. Well, I mean, one of those is accurate. Oh, hey. Right, what's it gonna say about me? What's it gonna say about me? Let's
Wait, when did you do this? You went to Japan?
Wow. Okay.
I
that
didn't
is
know
just
you
a-
wanted to do that, Zane. You should have talked to me.
I would have done, but I don't.
Come on, everyone. Let's put our pitchforks down for now. Let's see where this goes.
Also, how dare you call Kawaii-chan that? This is so rude.
Like, if
Again,
anything,
old-faced lie.
If anything, Kawaii-chan is an adorable manifestation of energy.
Absolutely. How dare you? I mean, I can't confirm or deny that one. I don't know. Okay, fine. They got Travis.
Oh.
They sure
Why?
got Travis.
Okay.
Wait, what happened to me? And why am I with that Ian man? When did
you
I
were
do
classic
this?
now.
I forget.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we
I
didn't?
don't. This
Oh,
is
wait.
a... What?
I just noticed the ornaments on the side. Look at the right hand of the screen.
I'm not
What is
looking at
going
the
on?
right hand. I'm too focused on what's happening at the left hand. Why is he here?
Why is my hair not so perfect? I
And why is
love my
Ian-
hair. Do you
and why
know
is
I
Ian
spent like
dressed like
3
Aaron?
hours in the mirror working on it?
Hold on, Garroth.
Yeah, and also, why is Ian dressed like Aaron? I mean, only he can pull off that shirt like that. It's even difficult for him. Don't laugh when I said that.
Oh, I will tell
I bet I
him
got
about
better abs than
everything.
him.
Oh, better abs than Ian? Oh yeah, definitely.
We support
Am I
Ian's
in love
slender in this
with
house.
Ian? Ew. Also, I'm lonely, apparently. I didn't know I was lonely.
Well, you're not anymore. You have Ian beside you.
Ew! Gross! You know I'm in for the more dainty type.
Honestly, I've asked you guys before. Why haven't you invited Lawrence on any of these vacations? Aside from the obvious, he doesn't know thing about the Ultima.
Wait, I forgot about Lawrence. Why do I keep
Wow,
forgetting about him?
Garroth. I mean, for me it makes sense. I would never invite little Lawrence to one of these things. But for you, that's just cold.
Listen,
thought you
I've
two
been
had-
busy the past few years, okay?
I thought you two had a thing going.
Well, no.
And certainly think
Although
so.
there's a lot of fan art online.
Oh,
Yes,
the
I've seen
internet
it
is a
on
wonderful
Aphmau's
and
computer.
disastrous place. What?
Nothing.
And I think Caitlin may have posted that picture of when we accidentally
Oh, you mean the play?
Yeah, I think she posted it.
I think this is the third worst thing that's happened to me today, other than being spammed on Discord by a random.
You have Discord, Lucinda? Will you add me?
No.
Aww.
Okay, it's getting really hard to read those. Unfortunately, I can't go frame by frame on this device, so we'll just have to leave it up to the people watching to do.
Hey, I mean, wait, you're with Melissa? When did this happen, Lucinda?
Oh my god. Oh, okay. We gotta talk about something here. Okay, so can we just acknowledge? I mean, the Lucinda being useless thing, only season 4. But as for
Wow.
Melissa here, can we just acknowledge the fact that instead of saying Miss Perfect, it says Miss Prefect? You're gonna
admit,
call someone perfect, and
that
you
is
make a
quite-
mistake when doing so.
That is quite humorous, but I'd hardly call myself useless. Only without my potions.
I mean,
you
Lucinda, you
left
could put me under your
at
spell
home.
any day.
Garroth.
You are just like that Kitsune picked out of my trash.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm guessing that was the first worst thing to happen to you today. Oh, okay, Lucinda, you've got the first line.
I think
Kindly
I'm
proceed.
in love with you.
I think that's Melissa. Oh, God, the eyes. Okay, moving on. Moving on.
Why?
Is that a normal response to saying you're in love with someone?
Why do you like me?
This might be in her head.
Maybe. If
But
these
also,
lines...
this is definitely the bird's eye view of what they see when their eyes disappear. Anyway.
So she confessed to me. I'm not
Man,
gonna
that's
read
a really good
Melissa's line.
that's a really good
Zane.
Melissa impression. How'd you do it, Lucinda?
I don't know, but Zane, could you please take Melissa's lines?
Of course, I was gonna say it's gonna be a challenge to read both your lines and Melissa's in this particular series. But why didn't I feel anything when she confessed? I mean, you can just not like someone. That happens sometimes.
Huh? What, Mel?
I don't think she said anything, unless the why was out loud. Sorry. We're just friends, nothing more. Wow, okay.
Good to see that the eyes have reappeared.
Wow, even I know there's a right way and a wrong way to reject someone. And I've had very limited experience.
I've rejected a lot of people, but unfortunately this is a rather crass way to reject someone.
Definitely.
If it's someone you know and care for, it's best to lay them down gently so you don't hurt their feelings.
Of course. I really said that.
Huh?
Once again, this music is atrocious for this scene. I can't be with you, Lucy.
If anything, this music makes me want to dance more so than be depressed about the situation.
Well, you know, Lucinda, I don't feel the same for you, but let's dance.
Let's break it down, MyStreet style.
I guess that's one way of cheering you up.
I see.
I do remember that one of your ways to cheer Aphmau up when the whole thing with Erin happened was to take her to the club, so I guess that tracks.
Yes, but we didn't bust it down directly after she got the bad news. I at least gave her, like, a little bit of time.
That is true. Perhaps I'm giving Dogen too much credit. I have to have faith in humanity sometimes. Even me.
Kyle and you will make the perfect pair. I'm not even sure who
somewhat
Kyle...
doubt that.
I'm not even sure who Kyle is.
Well, Kyle was the robot from the last episode.
Oh,
well, I mean, he's
yeah,
not actually a robot. I just gave him a robot voice, and
This is a cyborg man.
he
I
was
understand.
he was far from ideal, if memory serves me correctly.
In that case, we'll be in for a treat.
Disgusting.
Honestly, Mel, have you considered just not going into relationships for a bit?
I think she is. And she thought I liked Kyle.
I mean, you guys did kiss in a previous episode.
Yep. It's not because of him.
I'm usually too busy to run the shop to view these streams of yours and Kawaii-chan, but I did happen to take a peek at that one to find Mel kissing a stranger, and I just clicked off because I was no longer interested.
And that's fair. Kind of was good to have that on the store computer. I can't love someone if I don't understand love.
Oh, honey. There are several self-help books for that. But also, you should focus on loving yourself before you reach out and try to love others.
That's very true. Is this trying to imply that because the reason that she obsesses over Aphmau and Aaron's relationship is the fact that she doesn't understand love herself and wants to vicariously live it through someone else?
That would be an interesting notion.
Again, do we give Dogen the credit of the hypothetical?
Like,
Now.
Maybe we should give them the credit for now, unless there's evidence to prove otherwise. Or else we just, come off in this situation as a bunch of jerks.
I have never understood how people could love somebody.
Honestly, Mel, you might just be AOA's honey.
I don't know about that because of all the blushing and stuff that's happened before this point, and the multiple makeout sessions. It does seem to show. Yeah, on a chemical level, it would seem that way. Unless it's a retcon. Oh god, unless it's a retcon. I really hope it isn't.
If this is a retcon, I'm going to drink that cat potion myself.
Well, now I'm hoping it's a retcon, so Kawaii-chan gets off my back about it.
So Kawaii-chan gets off your back, and so I don't.
I guess I haven't felt it before. It's a retcon. It's a retcon. There we go. We've been retconned.
We have been retconned yet again, except now this time I'm a part of it. Again.
Huh? I can't love you because I don't know how to love you. Maybe it's your fault I can't love someone. I forget who that is.
Honestly, that seems to be, like, an ex of some sort?
Maybe.
Melissa has never exactly told us about her dating life.
No, that's true. We did. I guess in this series we found out about Kyle just now, but in our lives, no, nothing. It's always been about Aphmau and Aaron. I just kind of guess he focused on business all the time.
Honestly, her job seems to take up more of her time than her relationships. Which I guess is a good thing for an empowering business owner.
I guess you would know about that. That is one of the things you two have in common. Anyway, your line.
Then I'll wait for you, Miss Lycan. I'll wait for you to learn about love.
See you later, Sally.
You're wasting your time, Miss Air.
What? When was my last name Air?
Last episode.
Oh, you're right. I haven't exactly spoke my last name out loud, have I?
Is that your last name? I didn't know your last name was Hair.
It would be heir, as in, the heir to something, not like hair on your head.
Hair, exactly.
Zane, take a deep breath.
Moving on.
What is with the bandage on Melissa's face just there?
What
got
is the
two
symbol
badges,
on
actually.
it, by the way?
Has
Like, it's
Melissa
like-
been getting into fights?
She has
But,
two
like-
of them.
What's that symbol on it? Maybe it's these I'm unaware, but like it kind of looks like a plus sign, but longer on the top and bottom.
I would have said a cross, but those normally don't have them in the center, so no idea.
But what's life without some risk, Miss Lycan?
Also, you guys look like schoolgirls.
I am very aware. I usually pride myself in looking adorable. Or looking at least somewhat attractive.
Well, here's a different outfit for you. It's a later scene, so of course it's changed.
Aw, but I like it when you wear different outfits, Boobcinda. I mean Lucinda.
Listen,
Garroth.
if you spin around
No.
that boob cinder thing again, I will not hesitate to bring you into my house and slap you with another cat potion and hand you to Aphmau so she can do what she will.
That actually
Don't
sounds kind of
worry.
nice.
Don't worry, Lucinda. She's a boob mind. He's a boob mind. It's fine.
Haha, boobs.
So, she really did reject me. How
Yeah, that
come?
outfit is definitely better.
Maybe she doesn't like you. I mean, I get that all the time. Even though I don't know how someone can not like me because I'm irresistible.
No, you're not, Garroth.
Tell that to the legions of fangirls that Aaron stole from you for the Romeo and Juliet auditions.
Listen, it's not my fault. Aaron was like mysterious and stuff.
How come it hurt me this bad to get rejected by her?
Also, by the way, I was once mysterious in an alternate universe or same universe or timeline? Question mark?
Oh, really? Yeah, like that could ever happen.
Instructions unclear. Splash Kawaii-chan with cat potion.
Oh, now Kawaii-chan's getting... Oh, okay. Yes, give her a literal taste of her own medicine. Oh, wait, she didn't enjoy that. Never mind.
Wait, since Kawaii-chan is a Mayfo, would a cat potion work on her?
You probably need like half dose or something. I don't know.
Stop playing with my head.
Are you crazy, Lucinda?
Crazy in love. Good thing Sylvana isn't here or she'd hate me for 10 years. For saying that. Anyway. Please. She probably doesn't even care I rejected her.
That's kind of rude. Just assume that.
More self-deprecating.
Why do I look
hey.
so fine in that outfit, though?
You look so
Right.
fine in that outfit, but look
My
at
hair
your
looks terrible, but that outfit, though.
And what's going on with Ian? He looks like a Hot Topic model.
Well, I mean, isn't that just Zane, though?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Listen, Zane would look cute as a Hot Topic model.
She would look great in a perfume commercial, actually. Although, so would I.
Wait, actually, well, Lucinda knows about that. She narrated that commercial. Edge.
Ian?
Oh,
What? Are we
okay.
What are we... What? What are you
first-
drawn? What is happening?
The first piece of custom art, and it goes to Ian. What is wrong with people?
Why am I
Okay.
looking at you? Stop showing some nice arms. This isn't the time, Ian.
What's wrong,
Also,
Garroth? Suddenly
I-
agreeing with the portrayal of him as your love interest?
No, shut up.
No, actually, I was about to say, from an artist's perspective, and I've done art in high school, the proportions of this piece are completely off. The neck is too thick and the arm is monstrously long.
I don't know, maybe some vampire girl's into him. It's like, ooh, I get to bite your neck.
Garroth, you took art in high school. Did you ever make something like this?
That neck is...
Not really. I mean, my drawings are like stick people. But like I also gave them really buff arms, so it was always nice.
I always borrowed Aphmau's How to Draw Anime Like a 12-Year-Old Girl books.
I see.
She has those? Could I have one?
I don't think she has them anymore, but she used to
Aw.
have them in high school.
I know what
We
it
should go to like Books A Million and buy some.
Those books are almost 20 years out of date. Why would you want to?
I don't know, anime?
Trust me, Lucinda, it will still be an improvement for Garroth, no matter how outdated it is.
I do like this that there's a little bit of animation, but I still have to... Like, I don't judge. Everyone is at a different point in their artistic journey. But
I got a question. Why is the man wearing like stockings or like underpants?
What?
Under like long pants. It's kind of strange.
Oh, you mean fishnets? Oh,
Yeah. Why?
actually, Fishnets under jeans is a pretty common fashion statement.
Oh, really? Do you think I look good in them? Well, I mean, I
No.
look good in everything, but you know.
I think
I'm-
Zane could pull off that kind of look, actually, but not you.
Oh.
I'll consider it.
Oh God! Not gonna lie, you look good right now. God, do not. I am not kissing Ian. Ugh.
All
Yes,
you did was
especially-
compliment him.
I don't trust it. Okay, I don't trust these shippers and their shipping, shippening, shipping, ship. Yeah.
Honestly,
yes.
I don't really trust Ian. He is part of the protagonist gang in this series, but honestly, I still don't believe him.
Is he gonna shoot me through the chest like he did Aph?
I hope not.
I hope not either. I thought we would never speak of him again after the Starlight incident, but here he is.
Like,
Yes, thanks,
man.
Dogen. Thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you do. You go ahead.
Also, Garroth, now that you're here, have you seen Melissa? What are you gonna do to her, huh, Ian? Huh? She said she's going to the store for some food.
She went to the store to pick up milk, never returned to the series again. That's the happy ending.
Wait, is that what Dad did?
What? No! We see Dad all the time.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Mom runs the company, remember? What,
Are you trying to
Dad
gaslight me?
Dad's not here.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss scene remove.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, after Star, I mean, like, I don't even, like, it's weird because, like, I have vague memories of him, but, like, especially after Starlight, I just don't really know, you know?
Right. We may need to come back to that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being forgetful, but I really haven't seen him in a long time.
Or maybe, your entire family should seek therapy.
Wait, we're not in therapy already?
We have individuals, but we probably should do a group session.
That girl's all over the place. Agreed. Ian, you sound annoying.
Oh, wow. Okay, she really is.
Oh God, what is happening? Is this what it's like being on the drugs?
I think so. I mean, kudos on the motion blur, but at the same time, that is a
Gotta get food fat. Oh wait, I'm not Melissa, or am I? Am I Melissa?
gotta get food quickly so I can get back to work.
So did we... Okay, pause for a
Wait,
second.
hold on a second. Isn't this what happened in the Flash movie just now?
No.
When did this come out? When did this
Wait,
come
the
out?
Flash? Can I be the Flash?
This
No.
came out before. This came out a year before the Flash movie. Did Warner Brothers steal from Dogen? That would explain a lot.
Actually, I'd like to point out from an editing perspective, as per the wishes of the kitsune tied up on my couch, we had an abrupt cut here. It's also the background is also set in a different time of day than the previous scene.
Is that? Normally I would say that was a transition to show the passage of time, but Garroth and Ian looking for Lucinda right now, so it doesn't seem like that.
I just think it was poor filming or creation. Is this live action? I can't tell.
I don't think it's live action.
No, it's not live action, Garth.
Much to do now. Oh God! I killed a guy. I heard a rumor that Usain Bolt apparently, if he was running at full speed, could actually kill someone, but never seen it happen for a werewolf.
Yeah, actually, it is actually quite common for werewolves to have road accidents with cars.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry. Well, if wait, hold on. If you think he's dead, why are you apologizing?
If you thought he was dead, I would take this opportunity to get running.
Like you were just now. You still got the adrenaline. Anyway. It's fine, don't worry. Here, let me help you. Wait, I gave these two a similar voice. Okay, I gotta change the other one.
I could voice the buff guy.
Okay, go for it.
I'm sorry, sir.
That's me, but
That was your line.
there you go.
It's quite alright.
Let me help you with the grocery bag.
Thank you.
I didn't catch your name. I'll just do what the face person says.
You will need his name for the insurance company.
Oh.
Just
Okay.
just call me Mr. Lycan.
Mr. Is this her uncle? Didn't Derek have a brother?
I
Aaron
think,
told me that once.
I think Aaron did mention something about Derek having a brother. In that case, can we assume he is also the Ultima, or is it just one per generation?
I mean, I always thought it was more of a genetic thing. Like you can actually either inherit it or not. So it could be however many. Honestly, it surprised me that Ultimates even have children to begin with, or at least biological ones. Not complaining because we got Aaron, obviously, but still.
Actually, it would make sense if the the Ultima thing is a bloodline version of the werewolf curse.
It's got to be passed down some way, and it clearly doesn't choose the oldest every time, otherwise Melissa would have it. Anyway, speaking of Melissa, that's shocking because my last name is Lycan as well.
Wow, it's almost like you two are related.
That looks like a set of apartments.
I would also like to mention, we don't have any of them walking or just transitions of them talking while maneuvering across town. Disappointing.
Yeah, at least have them walk off together.
We just cut from there to here with minimal walking necessary.
Here's your bag, sir.
My, your manners are quite impressive.
My father taught me.
What's your father's name?
Okay, so he's worked it out.
Yeah, he's worked it out, but Melissa hasn't. She is supposed to be one of the smartest among our group of friends. How did she not piece this together, immediately? It's not it's not like Lycan is a common last name.
No, especially considering the reputation it has now. But yeah, I at least I would ask if someone came up to me and said the last name was Romave. I would say, okay, but so's mine. Do you think we're related? At least strike a conversation about it out of curiosity.
I mean, maybe Lycan's a very common last name.
No. Lucinda just said it's not.
Oh.
Believe it or not, my last name is not Lucinda Lycan.
No, it's Lucinda.
I mean,
apparently.
not yet. At least. Ha ha ha.
Oh. Lucinda, it's your line.
Derek Lycan. If anything, I want to remain single, especially after what happened with
Yeah,
him.
Ivan. Yes, we remember him.
I'm going
You
to
know, I
remain.
get it, but like at the same time, I imagine dating men would be like that. That's why I only go for women.
Oh, that's the only reason, is it, Garth?
Well, no.
Actually, no, God. I think you had
That
a
would explain a
friend.
lot, especially
You've
especially
had
the
a lot
Lawrence
of
fan art.
you've had a lot of admirers over the years. Haven't you even considered?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, because Aaron stole all of them.
Oh, well, I forgot about that. You know what? I'm gonna steal them back from Aaron. I
Including
mean, Aaron's
Aphmau.
blind now. Like what?
Including Aphmau.
Well, you know what? Aphmau would totally date me if Aaron wasn't a thing.
I don't think she would. Why didn't she do that before?
Because she couldn't handle my rockin' bod.
If
Sure, but
anything,
she can
I
handle
just don't think she was interested.
Once she was, but then I was an idiot. But now I'm super smart. So you know, if things were to happen now, I mean, I would it would be perfect.
Yes, honey, you are super smart.
Thank you.
It is a coincidence that her father's name is exactly like my brother's name.
Oh, you're
Okay.
just declaring it is a coincidence. Wow. Okay.
Also, I'd like to point out that we thought this man had pieced together, but he didn't. He is, if anything, the older adult in this situation, and he didn't have a clue.
So he just randomly asked if what her father's name was after who? Okay, who does that? If you don't have a suspicion like that, why would you ask someone's relative's name after they get mentioned?
That would be like me walking up to you, like just for a second, I didn't know you, and be like, "Hey, we just met, and I helped you carry home your groceries. What's your brother's first and last name and credit card numbers?"
Well, my
Oh,
name
well,
is
of course.
Garroth Romave, and it's 555-12000.
God, we didn't need to tell me that, hun.
Well,
Oh,
well, of course.
never
Thank you, kind.
mind.
There you go. The information is relayed, kind stranger. Yeah, I have another brother if you're interested.
I just need the three wacky numbers on the back.
Of course.
721.
Gareth, stop talking.
Oh,
Was your father a werewolf by chance?
wait.
Whoa.
People know the Lycans are werewolves?
Yes.
Is that
well,
a thing now?
this is after the incident of Starlight. So
Oh.
yes, the word did actually get out from a source, which I'm fairly certain I know which source it is.
Ha, didn't you date the source?
No, I did not.
Oh, but I remember you being on a date with her. Although I was too busy. With like
I believe
Lucinda, I mean.
Gareth. Actually, I believe you were on a date with her one time. A date in which you and Lawrence used her to make Aaron and Aphmau jealous.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Michi.
I forgot about that.
Yes, it was during the Great Diamond Recession of 2015. So you paid her in diamonds, I remember.
Listen, I had a lot of free diamonds, okay? It's not my fault.
Listen, just cover a girl in diamonds.
Look, I understand that was the economy back then. For some reason,
Didn't
diamonds became the currency for a brief period of time, and then went back to money again.
didn't people just keep the diamonds the government gave out and then resell them back to the government for a higher profit after it all was over? It it inflated the economy for several years.
There was a reason our rent was so high back on MyStreet the first time. How did he know?
Wait, wasn't that public? Wait, so apparently it's public knowledge, so of course.
It is public knowledge, but this is just an idiot in this series.
Wow, don't call Melissa that, you know?
I'm calling this version of Melissa
Oh.
You'll
She's
quickly
avoid-
understand these are not us.
She's avoiding the question. Yeah, Garroth. People have looked at our lives and have become inspired to do it themselves, but
That's kind of creepy.
poor quality.
Well, that's the
Also,
internet
who
for
would
you.
want to look at our lives? I mean, our lives are boring most of the time, except for like when we're dying or being mind controlled. But you know, that happens like once or twice a year. You know.
Perhaps
I don't
what's
know. We did have our neighborhood blow up. We were invaded by cats that one time.
Oh,
There's
don't
also all the-
don't forget about the cat zombie apocalypse I accidentally caused.
Wait, is that
Oh.
canon? I mean, what's canon?
A very good question, but I remember it.
I mean, you have like the memory of like a goldfish, so I wouldn't be surprised that you remember it.
You're
Garroth?
implying that goldfish are prodigious with memory.
They're so smart. They're as smart as the trash bears.
I can see why you would think
Trash bears?
You know, the trash bears in the trash can.
Why
that. The
what?
raccoons, Lucinda. Remember the raccoons? That's
Oh
what he
yes,
calls them.
the raccoons. If only I could get foxes out of my trash can.
I love the trash bears. We became close friends. Although a few of them tried to scratch up my perfect bod.
You're also the rat king. Do animals
I?
just like you or something?
I mean, I'm like basically a Disney princess. I mean, have you seen my hair?
To be fair, you've had most too, Lucinda. You befriended a giant spider.
Yes, I did befriend a giant spider, but to be honest, I am a witch of the night, so I am prodigious with those types of creatures.
That makes sense.
She's avoiding the question. I bet she's hiding the fact he's the Ultima.
Which means that you
What?
piece together the fact that if you are related to Darren Lycan, that means that you have pieced together that it is him to say that.
Why does this dialogue make no sense?
Because I don't. One of these two or both are being very idiotic right now. I can't tell if it's.
I don't like the fact that Melissa looked like she was staring directly at the camera for a second.
Oh, she was looking at me. I mean, I was kind of giving the gun show a bit, if you know what I mean.
We do.
Put the guns down, Garth.
Oh, I worked so hard for these guns.
I understand now.
Understand what?
My name is David Lycan. Honestly, what's up with families with the same last name and having, like, the singular letter just define their whole family unit?
Garroth should be Gar. Yeah, Gar. I don't know. My brain.
You're already Gargar.
Yeah,
No,
but no, Zane, you should rename yourself to Gain. You know,
No.
for the pattern.
Oh, and what's Flag do? Be called Glad?
Exactly. Isn't he always glad?
That he is, but he's not gonna. That's not he's gonna call himself that.
I mean, have you like seen like My Little Pony? I mean, like Hello or My Little Horsey. Sorry, wrong name. But like they basically name out their personality traits. Like we have Buttershy. I mean, she's like so shy.
I mean that is very interesting.
Like-
Unfortunately, I do not pay that much attention to that kind of thing unless Aphmau's making me watch it, so I never really
Aw.
noticed.
But what about the ponies in your room?
like, he just keeps them there for Aphmau.
Oh, right.
Her collection is too big to fit into one place, so I offer to store some of them.
Oh,
Just
so
like
should I
how-
take back the limited edition Flutter Cute?
No. That will not
For
be
you?
necessary, Garth. That will
Oh.
not be necessary.
Oh, you want me to give it to like Aph or something?
I already said she asked me to have them.
Oh,
I do think
Okay.
Aphmau would enjoy something like that.
yes. I mean, I was gonna give it to you because I thought you were into ponies, but you know, I guess I'd give it to Aph.
Well, she doesn't have the room, so you can always give it to me for safekeeping.
Alright.
If you happen to have one that I don't already. I mean, that the she doesn't already. Uncle? Maybe it's a coincidence. He literally just said it isn't. Take a hint.
Take a hit. No, you can't buy me a drink. Let me tell you what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Tell
I
me,
love that song.
excuse me, what is this question right now? Tell me something about my father. Only his brother would know.
What? This makes
What?
me.
If only
What is
if only
happening? What is this conversation?
if only his brother would know, how are you going to verify the answer?
Well, Melissa's obviously his brother somehow.
That raises way more questions than I would like.
Like, maybe if she rephrased the question.
That was publicly revealed several months ago.
It's kind of
How is that
obvious.
new? How is only his brother know? In fact, you know, you're not even his brother.
Also, I'd like to state the line is he's the Ultima, not he was the Ultima.
Oh yeah, that too.
So, either Derek is alive somewhere, and this is just a line hinting towards the possibility, or
David
it's
hasn't
like
watched the news in the past several months and thinks that Derek is still alive. And doesn't know
yes,
about the ultimate reveal.
yes.
Like there'll be someone out there who wouldn't, I guess, at this point, but okay. And of course that works. Yeah, maybe you are my uncle. Yeah, maybe he is.
Let me go up to Melissa and be like, "Hey, Melissa, I'm your grandfather. Tell me something only my grandfather would know. Your father was the Ultima. Oh my god, you are my grandfather." And that's how it would go down.
I'm guessing that's the
Honestly,
grandfather who
God.
wasn't also an Ultima before, but yeah.
I mean, wouldn't he be the Ultima too? Because Ultima.
Well, that depends. If it was Rachel's father, then no.
No, I mean that uncle.
Well, again, it depends on how it's passed on. It doesn't seem to go to every single child.
Like, this man does kind of look like Aaron.
You know what? You know what they could do? They could just keep having kids until one of them's like the Ultima, but then drown the Ultima, and the Ultima bloodline's dead.
Or they can just not have kids and adopt.
Well, that would be the same reason, but have you seen our world? Our neighborhood blew up because of the mayor.
If Aphmau and Aaron ever decide to have kids, I will bring up the subject with them. However, the last time I talked to Aphmau about the birds and the bees, she didn't take it so well.
Honestly, you trying to teach anyone anything tends to backfire horribly.
I mean, that time we taught Kawaii-chan how to be more serious, it didn't go horrible.
Well, it actually lasted only a few seconds. I forgot to cover shipping, and she went right back to square one.
Well, not really. I mean, she was like semi-serious, kind of.
She retained a little bit, to her credit. Got any time?
Indeed, I do.
Oh wow, it's the main character.
Well, yeah, the main character is here. Hello, Aphmau.
I want a sandwich.
Did her nose just twitch?
Did her eyes just get turned with no pupils, and while she fell? Is that what happens?
I guess so. Oh look, it's the other Aaron lookalike.
Isn't there a better way to prig my hair? Well, that was a really long conversation. I'm sure that was needed.
Did Aphmau die?
What is happening? Nope, she's fine. Look, she's still alive. You think I don't know what you're doing?
What you doing, bro?
She was sitting around in her bedroom.
And tripped, yes. What? Why? Oh,
Korean
coming in
hell?
hot. It's, I guess, coming in hot. I guess that's why this track was chosen. Finally, a piece of music that actually matches what you're trying to do in the scene. Only took until halfway through the video. Where are we, Shad?
I don't know, but this music kind of makes me laugh.
I mean,
Listen, hell is a very chill place, apparently. Apparently.
I'm just waiting for the bass to drop. You are in my mind.
That's kind of creepy. I mean, you know.
Why do you think reviving the Divine Warriors is a good idea? Aren't you one of them?
Don't you want to come back to life, bro? We can have an ab off. I bet I have better abs.
I feel like a Divine Warrior would not care so much about the state of abs.
Though, maybe.
Nah, bro. Have you seen that Esmond man? He cares so much about his abs.
Right.
If anything, God would be classified as the god of sick gains. So
Exactly.
maybe.
I mean, the only steroids I ever had to take was a forever potion when I was like 10.
I'm gonna be
Let's
sick.
not talk about that.
To be honest, I barely know about them.
What? A barley? Who's barley?
It's not who, it's not who, it's a what. Barley
What's
is
a barley?
It's a type of cereal. It's like wheat.
Yes, it is.
Why
another
use cereal? What are you talking about cereal, Aphmau? Are you alright? Did you have a concussion from the fall?
Probably she fell twice. And now you have a bad pass with them. Don't listen to Irene.
Isn't she like the literal god of this world? Why not?
Please don't revive them.
Honestly, I'm just going to say, honestly, Shad lookalike, if Aphmau's mission is for the sake of the world, shouldn't your personal feelings be an aside?
Nah, screw the world. Personal feelings all the way.
This is Shad we're talking about.
Oh, yes.
Wait, hold on. Look at this. Aphmau has her mouth open right now. The line is directed towards Shad, but yet it's Shad who is speaking according to the text bubble.
Why is this way?
Shad, Irene said you could tell danger was coming. I had to revive them for help.
Actually, I think Dogen just made a mistake here. It was supposed to be an Aphmau line, but she just...
Well, I think Dogen made a mistake when he like decided to make this in general.
Oh, you're catching on.
Like, this isn't quite a mistake, because any creative thing is worth value. But honestly, I
mean,
wouldn't...
there are a lot of mistakes out there. I mean, let's be honest.
But I was going to say a but, Garroth, if you were giving me some time.
I love butts, especially
We
yours.
Honestly,
wow, you are quickly becoming Travis today for some reason.
I've already had
Travis
to deal...
may be coaching me how to get women.
Listen, stay away from Travis. He does not have any good advice for you.
And don't read Dante's book either.
He was at my house
Wait, Dante has a
earlier.
book?
Yeah, he paraded around with that thing in his sophomore year for ages, yeah.
If anything, just stay a good distance away from Travis or Dante. Do not watch their show.
Wait, they have a show? It's on HBO Max?
To be fair, the show is just the best of comedic tragedies.
Indeed,
If looked
it
at from a
is.
certain angle. Also, yeah, Lawrence is on it. He was busy too this past year.
I forgot about Lawrence.
You. Moving on.
Zane, we take a deep breath. Remember, you love your brother. You love your brother.
Exactly. You love me, baby brother.
No, no, no. Dreyfus, don't touch that!
I
Did
think
he
the
pull out
kitsune.
giant sword again?
I think it was the kitsune that was tied up on a chair or something. I think it must have escaped.
Oh.
We'll hear more from Lucinda in a bit, I guess. Let's carry on. Please listen to me and don't revive them. I have to revive them for Irene. I'm begging you, Aphmau, please don't revive them.
God, that's kind of. But why are you acting so weird?
Yeah, for a divine being, this is definitely
It's
way
kind of
beyond it.
strange. I mean, okay, what is. Honestly, if this divine being started begging me like this, I would just get uncomfortable and be like, I want to go now. Like,
Mhm.
listen, I can't.
But I have to protect my friends and family from the danger.
Ah, yes, the danger, the ambiguous force that we're literally never being told about right now.
I'm begging Aphmau, please. What's wrong with you? Finally, someone asked that question in this series.
What's wrong with all of you, to be fair?
Please just keep them dead.
Okay, rude.
I have to revive them. Irene is the god, and I must follow her orders. Now, kindly tell me how to get out of here.
Honestly, yes, Shad is putting his personal feelings over the sake of the world right now by asking Aphmau not to revive them, because he just kept telling her not to, and not any reasons why she shouldn't or she mustn't.
I mean, if he really didn't want them to revive, just think of a good alternative. That's what I would do.
I'll be leaving now. Where's the door?
I don't think you can just walk out of hell.
Oh, I guess you can. Okay.
Okay, I didn't know if I had that ability, but okay.
Why did she even
Garroth,
stay there in that case?
like Garroth, we went in hell, we were in Shad's mind, and that Shad's mind is hell. In which case,
Oh,
what is he thinking about to denote this place being so hellish?
Isn't this kind of like in Man of Steel, where for some reason General Zod decides to try and convince Superman to join his cause by showing him a bunch of skulls? Like that's gonna convince anyone ever.
I
I
mean,
guess they
maybe the
think the
skulls were
scary
pretty.
they weren't.
Oh, like he's
What?
bleeding from the mouth or something.
I think so.
Oh,
Oh,
there's Esmeralda. I love him. I feel a connection to him, honestly.
Honestly,
very
we
well.
all
In which case you can voice him.
Still disappointing.
honestly, why did you need to give him that voice?
That is asking the real questions here.
Well, I had to do it. I don't know.
Well, she's got up
Oh,
one layer. What about the next layer? Why am I here?
Because it's Aphmau, you're obviously the main character of the hit movie Inception.
You need to start hunting for the Divine Warrior's relics.
man, Irene, you sound kind of sexy. Not gonna lie.
Garroth, that's weird.
Oh,
Why can't you guys?
aren't they like dead?
The Divine Warrior's relics are located on Earth.
You mean Earth, right? From that hit show about the demon people.
Which, let's not get too metaphysical today. In a place we no longer have access to.
I thought you were all dead though.
Yes, hence
That's
why they don't have
why-
access to it, Garroth.
Thank
Oh.
you, Lucinda. Okay.
So that Katsune knocked over an entire shelf. I'm so
Start by
sorry
looking.
for yelling.
Oh, that's fine. The last time that a shelf of yours got knocked over, I turned into a baby. I understand why that needs attention. Start by looking for Enki's relic. Alright, sure. And how do I find the relics? Their relics could be passed down to their generations. You mean through their generations, not to their generations. From who would they be? What?
Oh, so she said could, as in insinuating that it is an inherent thing?
Yeah, I don't think she actually knows.
Is Irene stupid? For a deity, I'm kind of underwhelmed, actually. I mean, her voice is sexy, but I mean, like, she also kind of seems stupid.
I'm more
Garroth,
underwhelmed by Shad personally.
Garroth, if you don't stop saying that this dead woman's voice is hot, I'm going to put you in the box.
Especially since I'm the one doing the impression. That just.
I mean, what would it be? At least a box that has Irene in it?
No, I'm going to fill it full of glitter.
Actually, that
and
sounds kind of
Garroth's
nice.
fan fiction.
Oh, ew. Listen, I just like glitter, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As we all know, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It's fantastic. Life in plastic.
I'm pretty sure you got the order of those wrong, but what? Okay.
Let's
Enki's
just
relic belongs to the
continue.
Falcon family.
Is that
Yes.
Traviska?
That is Traviska, yes.
Traviska, yes.
Traviska's family? But their relic is definitely missing. Well, then
I mean,
why
I
would
would
you?
hope it was missing. Wasn't like their dad like? Wasn't like Travis's dad like a evil demon or possessed
Hold
by
on.
evil demon?
Hold on. If you know that this particular relic is missing and not the others, then why would you ask her to start there? How so? Travis from the past declined to wield the relic. Does she know about the Travis from the past? I mean, she knows that Irene
Does
was
she
from
know
has
about other
different versions.
variants? Wait,
Like-
are there other variants of us?
She knows about the variants of herself, but I don't remember the other ones being mentioned.
Like, I will say in advance, like, at what point did Travis decide this? I will also bring up, is that why Travis disappeared out of everyone's memories for several collective
Oh no, I
years?
think they're referencing like an alternate Travis or something.
Yes, the reasons that Travis disappeared from everyone's memories are the subject of much speculation and, dare I say, theory.
A film theory?
Something
But-
like that.
Stop getting metaphysical, please. I've just had to clean up a fallen shelf. I don't want to have to clean up a fallen fourth wall, too.
Yeah,
I
those
got
are
a question. Do you got a potion to make people fall in love with you?
Yes.
Can I have it?
But no. I keep those things in a locked box where they belong.
Garroth, do you remember what happened last time someone used one of those potions to make someone fall in love with them?
Oh. But like, what if I
Yeah.
use it on someone who's kind of interested in me to make them really interested in me?
Then if they're kind of interested, then put in the work yourself. You're good at that. Supposedly.
I mean, true, but at the same time, that's a lot of effort.
Listen, someone stole one from my shop to try and use on you not too long ago. Which is why I keep
Did
them
it work?
locked up in my house. No.
Oh.
Well, I see. Hold on. Let's review, Garth. Did it work? Who is the person that you would be interested in using a potion on yourself that you think is kind of interested in you, and you are interested in them? Who would that
I
be?
don't know, actually.
If you use a love potion on yourself, it doesn't count.
No. I'm thinking that okay, so you don't know the person, but I bet you can picture them in your mind. And that only
No,
came
not
out
at
as
all.
recently, didn't it?
Yes,
Like
it did.
like maybe after a certain event, I don't know, where you heard like shattered glass, perhaps, or after you drank something or ate something, possibly.
Maybe. I don't remember. Like I
You,
Well,
said, it's empty.
you couldn't remember your first name if it wasn't said to you constantly.
that may be so, but Lucinda, doesn't that kind of sound like maybe the potion was a bit more successful than you think it might have been?
Maybe.
Once again, we'll have to come back to
But,
that.
yet again, Garth's faulty memory does not do us any favors in deciphering who it might have been.
No, that's true. I guess your customer record would have to do that for us.
If
Like,
it was
if we-
stolen, I mean, I don't think you have record of it.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
true.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I do not have record of it.
And if the relic was passed through his generations, you just said it went missing, right? So if it was passed on, then it wouldn't be missing. If you know it's missing, then it wasn't passed on. Michael would have used the relic when he turns the demon warlock. Not necessarily. What do you mean? Michael was searching for power, and Enki's relic wasn't the power type relic.
I'm pretty sure it was. I think any relic's just powerful in general.
Like,
No. This one was more wisdom or courage, I think.
You think? I think you're going senile.
isn't that just the Triforce of...
Yes, that was the joke. That was the joke, Lucinda. Enki's
Oh
relic.
man, I love Zelda.
Oh,
man, I
wait a
wish I could
minute.
take Zelda.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Did I just predict it? Enki's relic. Enki's relic revolved more on wisdom and keeper of knowledge. Well,
So what? You become super smart with that relic? Could I have it?
No, you're
But
not smart.
admittedly, you would benefit from
I'm
something
so
like
smart
that.
though, but imagine how much smarter I could be.
Yes, that is true. That is true. It's worth considering, but I'm too busy gloating about the fact that I just managed to figure this out. I mean, honestly, yeah, that kind of forward thinking for me, that almost never happens.
Also, she said Enki's relic wasn't the power type. Does that insinuate there are other types of relics?
Yes, the relic of wisdom and keeper of knowledge.
So what's Irene's thing? A goddess tree?
I don't know, courage or something.
What kind of powers can you get from courage?
You get courage.
But like, what kind of use is courage if you don't have any power?
Back in the day when these relics were relevant, a fair amount, I'd say. Michael may just have not used Enki's relic. I mean, I feel like wisdom and knowledge would be really handy for Michael as well, but just not in that particular battle.
I don't think he had the relic though. I mean,
no, you would. No, again, he would have used it if he had. But like in general, if he did have access to that, he would still have used it, even if it wasn't immediately battle ready, just not in the final confrontation.
Yes, perhaps he could have come up with a little bit more of a less...
To be fair, we can't without plan in what, like 15 minutes? He had years, he had centuries to come up with his.
well, I thought we came up with our plan in like 30 minutes. Honestly,
it felt like 30 minutes, but we were there standing in that room with like 15 at least. Admitting that Valkyrie family might still have the relic, even though you just said it was lost a second ago.
I think Aphmau wasn't very smart, but
No,
but at least I'm here, so I could be the smart one in the room.
In any other situation, I would say no way. Exactly. Ask Travis about it.
Wait,
Okay,
but you said that Travis declined the relic. Why
I think
would
she
he
was
know?
referring to MCD Aaron Travis.
yes, Travis of the past, apparently.
Alternate Travis?
How is
Question
how is she supposed to contact an alternate variant of someone she knows? Is
I
she
think
just
she's meant to
supposed to?
contact the new variant right now to see if the relic is still around, and then look for it otherwise.
I mean, honestly,
Yes,
this plan
I
seems pretty
best.
horrible, not gonna lie.
Oh, it is. I'm just saying I can follow it, not that it's good. Really? Oh, okay. Well, I guess
I got my head out of the sunroof.
I'm gonna regret asking this, but since she's still not back yet, who wants to be Kawaii-chan?
I guess I could give it a shot.
Okay,
Zane-kun, we should go see a doctor.
that's not bad actually.
Of course.
I'm fine.
I mean, Zane, in that pink shirt, you look pretty fine, not gonna lie. In a brotherly way, you look pretty nice.
I do suit other colors occasionally.
Honestly, Zane doesn't look too bad in pink.
Exactly, Zane, you should wear more pink.
How is Zane-kun fine?
And that Garroth, that voice is the reason I don't wear more pink.
Fair.
Zane-kun can't move. Zane-kun can't even move his leg.
Well, yeah, that's what the crutch is for.
What is this song?
Well, why can't I move my leg though?
Maybe you broke it? Go to the
Is it-
doctor.
Is it from when I passed out? Like a side effect for passing out?
Honestly, it could be. In most cases, passing out could be a side effect of blood loss. In which case, yes, you would feel anomalous of tingling in your limbs for several days to weeks. As the blood flow just kind of gradually makes its way.
You need to know a lot of science to be a good witch, from what I remember. It was fine yesterday, and then it became paralyzed. But even so, every minute that passes by, I can start to feel my leg a little more. I've been wiggling my toes.
The blood flow is making its way through your body as
Yep.
it, starts to wake up your leg.
Yeah,
This is, in all intents and purposes, a good sign and something a doctor would look for in a patient that has passed out within the last several days.
yes. Unfortunately, the Blaze had to be replaced by Ian in order to sustain his life force. We lost our science correspondent, but that sounds about right.
Wait, Blaze was good at science?
Oh yes, yes. Well, I mean, I don't know about good, but he liked it.
I could become the new science bro.
Good luck. My leg hopefully won't be paralyzed forever, Casey.
Why do I feel like calling your KC only is weird?
Because, well, I mean, it kind of is. We sort of do it sometimes, but
I don't know. I just feel like it maybe in an alternate timeline where everyone just knows her as KC instead of Kawaii-chan is just weird.
That's true. I mean, Kawaii-chan's already a nickname. If you're gonna call her something else, then I suppose call her by her actual name. You would think.
Yeah, instead of just calling her KC forever. I mean, I don't know.
Not like her actual name is super complicated for people to understand.
I don't know. I've had a lot of people spell and pronounce her name as Kawaii-chan. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Kawaii-chan is actually Scary-chan.
Oh, actually, that
I
does.
mean, Kawaii-chan is kind of scary sometimes.
Yep, I can vouch for that. Anyways, Kawaii-chan, go ahead.
Kawaii-chan was supposed to make sure Zane-kun didn't get hurt.
When did you say that?
I passed out. There was nothing you could do about it.
Why does everything have to go wrong? Why can't we just live peacefully?
Well, like this music change. Wow, the music change. Good.
The music change is very abrupt, yes. It was
How's
kind of
how's that
weird.
Kawaii-chan? I altered the soundtrack of the universe for you. Are you feeling better now? Is this
How
feeling more peaceful for
romantic,
you?
Zane-kun!
Oh, it's just my metaphysical powers, baby. Oh, that feels bad. Okay, never doing that again.
Please never.
KC. Dun, dun,
That's-
dun.
Why can't anything go nicely? Why are we always in pain?
Why is KC becoming edgy? Like, I mean, Zane, are you making Kawaii-chan super edgy now?
She's trying to make me super cutesy, so we take it in turns.
I don't want to see edgy Kawaii-chan. I'm scared.
KC.
Actually, no. I think she could rock a punk alternative style.
Ooh,
But I want to
actually-
be cute like her. And how is she supposed to make me cute if she becomes edgy?
Honestly, you don't need to be edgy to, dress alternatively. Honestly.
Lucinda, you might be onto something. That look on her would definitely look amazing. Carrying on with the episode.
Carrying on. Did I just spark an interest, Zane?
My interest right now is in whose line this is, because it says me, but it looks like Kawaii-chan is speaking.
We'll say it together on the count of 3.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Kawaii-chan just
What
wants
do I-
everything to be okay. How hard is that
What
to
did I
ask? Well, we tried.
I think it worked out well.
Every time there's a dual line, now we have to do that.
Zane-kun, be careful. I'm just turning more into an anime stereotype as I go with Kawaii-chan's voice. Is that
I
how
mean,
she
that
does
is-
it all the time?
But yes, pretty much. She literally based the persona off of a character called Kawaii Cookie from the show that Garth mentioned earlier. Don't blame yourself for everything that has happened.
Yes, blame the people actually involved. Ian?
Is he taking off his mask?
Oh, he might be. Wait a minute.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
We
What-
get to see
Kawaii-chan.
those we get to see those
Kawaii-
cutie pie freckles of yours.
Shush.
That's kind of a weirdly phrased sentence, but okay.
None of this is any of your fault. Kawaii-chan, read my lips. None of this is any of your fault. I don't know why else I took the mask off. If I did just all it did was that, but sure.
Maybe you guys are gonna kiss or something.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, unless you want to kiss through the mask.
There
Oh.
we go. I mean, we have done.
Do you think Crumb's getting the mask?
What do you mean? Do I think Crumb's getting the mask? I wear the mask. Of course, Crumb's getting the mask.
Isn't that kind of gross?
What's gross is my eye right now. What the heck happened? I mean, I know,
Oh,
but I know I'm missing one.
Some
I know I'm
random
missing-
kid threw a rock at it. That you don't know anymore. Totally.
Oh no, I know I'm missing an eye, but still, like that's just disturbing to see it like that.
Well, I mean, like there was this girl online who talked about possibly exposing one of her characters who also lost an eye.
Okay,
like her name
and?
was like Ghost or something like that, and like man, it kind of looked gross.
And we're not gonna bond over that. Just how gross our eyes are.
I mean, I think you bond over this character. I mean, this character is kind of also an edgelord.
Oh, I'll have to take your word for it, I guess.
Oh, I'll totally send you the details once you give me your Discord finally.
I don't know. I think he's onto something.
You were after Lucinda's Discord before, but
I'm after everyone's Discord.
okay, sure, I'll give you Mom's Discord then.
Actually, yeah, we gotta invite mommy to these events.
No.
That was not what I meant, Garth.
Oh,
I
mommy
must-
would love this. Well, not really, but mommy would love this.
Honestly, I think she'd like anything that, you know, meant hanging out with the two boys.
Exactly. Oh, we should totally invite her next time.
She would.
Ooh,
Oh,
and what
hey,
if we
look.
get Vlad too, and like the whole family could be here practically.
Oh, look, a distraction. Let's pay attention to it, shall we? Hello, distraction.
I
I thought that was
hate Aphmau
Kawaii-chan.
now. She took forever to find a perfect dress.
Honestly, Kawaii-chan, dress shopping is more than an outing. It is an art. You need to pick something that looks good on you, especially if you're trying to impress someone.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Kawaii
Zane
doesn't
thinks you
have
should wear more black for some reason.
what. That's not Gareth. Don't misquote me. I said an alternative outfit would look amazing.
Oh, you were practically drooling over the idea, Mr.
I
Romeo.
wasn't. You can't see my mouth. How can you tell if I'm drooling or not?
I mean, your mask looks kind of wet.
No. What? That's because it was hot today.
Maybe you should take it off and so we can wash it, Zane-kun.
Fine, I'll take off the mask for now.
I like how this is just pick on Zane Day.
Wait, isn't that every day?
For you, yes.
For everybody else, not quite so.
Kawaii-chan, I said you're back just in time. You have a line.
Ooh, perfect! Kawaii-chan wishes you would show your eye more often, Zane-kun.
What
It
eye?
kind
I
of
don't
looks
have an eye.
disturbing. I don't know why you want to see it, but
What eye? I don't have an eye to show.
yeah, unfortunately, a random snowball of a rock got hidden to it from some random punk kid.
Yes, Garth, very random. I look weird showing it, Casey. Wow, I finally said something that makes sense in this series. Why did I even do that to begin with? What was the
That
point?
is kind of weird. It's not like you even see out of it.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, please, Kawaii-chan, I'm here comforting you right now. Here, stare at my freakish vacant eye socket for a bit. That'll calm you down, surely. Okay, never
Kawaii-chan
mind.
thinks Zane-kun looks fantastic.
She changed her mood so quickly.
Maybe
Am I
she's
saying that?
neurotic. Are you neurotic, Kawaii-chan?
Is that even a question?
I just like to make cupcakes.
I
That's-
mean, I once heard from Aphmau that she literally kidnapped a man. So maybe
We don't question
maybe
about that.
maybe Kawaii-chan being neurotic isn't out of the question.
It's like I said before, whenever Reese is around the house, a potion is usually involved. Or pizza.
We should order pizza after this. I want some nice pizza.
I would love. I think we've earned pizza. We've all earned pizza collectively.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, after this, I need to get back to Travis, and I also need to figure out what this fox anomaly is doing here.
You think that fox?
I got a
anomaly is
question. Is the
Travis?
fox cute, and can I keep it?
I have a question. Is the fox Travis?
That would be very, very interesting.
Is he staring at
Which-
your butt a lot?
No,
Oh, then it's not Travis. You're fine.
Well,
But
I
then-
mean, if it was Travis,
I was
he
about
would
to
probably
say,
be trying to go
like-
to break into like Caitlin's house to stare at her butt.
I was about to say, if Travis did turn into a fox, then there are not one, but two foxes in my home.
Oh, that took me a second, but I got it. Smooth. Anyway, why is she acting happy for me?
You don't need to know.
I
What happened to Ian?
I don't think. I think this might be Aaron.
No, I think that's Ian.
Oh, it is Ian. Okay, fine. I can't tell
Ew,
anymore.
Ian! He ruined the ship for Aphmau!
Oh, don't worry, Kawaii-chan. He's in a ship of his own at this
Oh,
point. He
he
doesn't
did
care
good.
anymore.
You're mean, Zane. Okay, baby brother. Don't
I'm
make
a
me
mean
ship you with
one.
Michi.
Mr. Zane, I really am a heel.
Maybe Zane and Michi would be a good pair.
What?
Exactly.
No!
I'm kidding, of course, Kawaii-chan.
Yeah,
You've just
we're
been
just kidding.
mercilessly teasing Zane for the last several minutes while you've been gone.
I am sorry. I did not mean to be very late. Aphmau likes to have perfect dress, perfect makeup. It's just so annoying sometimes.
Did
Like,
she get all anxious and be like, "Oh, what if Aaron thinks this is too much or too little?" And like, did she get all like that?
personally,
What?
I think she should stop worrying about Aaron things. But anyway, we have an episode full of edgy boys to get to.
Yes, and also, Kawaii-chan, word of advice. Next time, make Caitlyn go instead of you. She'll drag her out if she takes too long.
I will, promise.
Okay. How? Garth, I think you were doing Ian's voice.
Oh, right, that's me. I swear, I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh, that wasn't really confirmed until now, but okay.
Did you think I thought you were gonna hurt me?
Well, actually, wait a minute. You did kind of hurt her. You stabbed her in the chest.
I mean,
and murdered her.
yeah, Ian has hurt like every single person that he is currently friends with.
Well, he hasn't hurt me. He's only hurt my
Oh.
friends, which made me very upset.
Yes, he has hurt you. You just don't remember it.
I don't? Was it when he locked me up in a jail cell?
And when he forced Lucinda to freeze you?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's okay.
Of course you did.
We
Listen,
lose memories all the
trauma
time
happened,
here.
okay?
And I know you wouldn't try to hurt us anymore.
Yes, he has. He has, though. What do you mean?
At least not again. You know,
Okay,
close,
at least-
close enough. Close enough.
Fair enough.
That's the most rational thing this version of Aphmau has said so far in regards to Ian.
I'm sorry you had to see me like this.
Oh
We're
no,
sorry to see you at all, Ian.
it's not sorry to see me like this. I'm sorry you have to see me like this. No, she doesn't have to. She could have backed out of the room the second she entered upon looking at your visage.
I mean, you do kind of look hideous right now.
Oh,
Does he have 2 sets of horns?
Yeah, he's like a double demon for some reason.
ew, double demon. That sounds disgusting.
It sounds.
You
it
would
sounds
think
like
burnt cookies sound also disgusting.
It sounds like a really bad fast
I
food
didn't
order.
mean to burn your cookies, Garroth. I'm sorry. That was a
Well,
one time.
my stomach doesn't accept your apology. I just wanted your cookies.
Garroth, you could tell they were burnt and you ate them anyway. That's on you.
They were terrible, but I couldn't stop eating them.
Honestly, even when burnt, Kawaii-chan's sweets have a sugary sweetness to them.
Thank
That
you,
is
I think I
Lucinda.
chipped a tooth on them.
Hey, at least I made better cookies this time, Garroth.
Yeah.
I mean, the cookies from before that, they weren't bad. It's just for some reason you have like one cookie jar in every house that you're in that sits there for several months.
That's how
the
my
scale
grandmother taught me.
cookies. What did your grandma
Uh,
be teaching you, though? I mean, I think that's pretty poor teaching.
Cookies are magical. That's what my gram says.
Well, you did get magical cookies one time.
Okay, but real question, Kawaii-chan, where's your gram now?
She's in a yard.
Oh, I was gonna
cookie
say.
jar?
So let's look at Ian once again, shall we?
Hold on, does your grandmother live inside a giant cookie jar? That's awesome.
I said, let's go watch Creepy Ian now. Let's continue, please, Zangoon.
Oh, I love when the heat's off of me for once.
This also happens when my emotions get out of control.
Out of control? You were just standing there. What emotion were you feeling? Boredom?
My boredom was just out of control. I didn't have a Garroth to look at for 30 minutes.
No, don't look at me, Ian. These abs are for soft, dainty women.
Oh, but Garroth, he's so bored. Be neighborly.
No.
So, why did they get out of control? If I don't mind me asking.
I'm confused.
I don't think confusion's an emotion.
It could classify as one.
I'm confused all the time.
Me too. I don't know why everyone acts like, oh, they're not confused all the time. Like, come on, we can't be the only people who are always confused.
Oh, but Garroth, I thought you were so smart.
I am
people aren't often
smart, but like
confused.
everyone else is still confusing.
Oh, of course, it's our fault. Yes. How could I not know?
Garroth!
I feel like a broken soul trying to be someone I'm not. Well, you're not a good person, and you're trying to be a good person, so.
What a man.
Zach told me that my birth family was abusive to me.
So, you don't remember your birth family, but you think that... Oh, I see. So he's trying to say that not only does he not remember what he did, but he also thinks that he might have a justification for his actions. Yeah, no one's falling for it.
That's boring and lame.
See, even
Yeah.
Aphmau doesn't... Even Aphmau's face is like, for real? You for real, bro?
It's an overdone trope, yeah.
I've seen that before. That's her you're for real, bro face. For sure.
I
Like,
bet she gives you that face a lot.
She does, yes.
not to be rude, but your parents do play a factor in your behavior when you're younger, but as you get older, you essentially become your own person and operate within your own standards. If your standards involve hurting people, you do not have correct standards and you need adjustment. Do you need to be adjusted, Ian?
She has a potion for that.
Rhetorical question is rhetorical.
Garroth!
But he's a liar who just used me my entire life.
So there's weren't abusive. He just told you that for some reason. What, to make himself seem better?
So I'm worried my birth parents were. So I'm wondering, were my birth parents even abusive towards me?
That says we are my both parents even abusive to me.
Oh no.
Well,
Okay,
I mean,
grammar.
maybe he is his birth parents. He's his own parent.
This was written by the same person account with Miss Prefect, so nothing's off the table.
Little Miss Prefect. God, such a good song.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you guys if you guys give me your Discords later.
No.
We really want our Discords.
Come on, Lucinda. Give me your Discord, baby.
Why would I give you a Discord I don't even use? Don't call me baby.
Trust
Listen,
me, you
I'm
don't
trying to
want
practice on the babes, if you know what I mean.
I really think we should have got Travis here today, honestly. Something tells me.
Look, I haven't got a woman since, like, high school? God,
brother.
I haven't dated someone in a while, and I just want a love interest, okay? Listen, you all have love interest or had a love interest at one point, and like I'm here with no love interest. And you
Honestly.
don't know how sad it is.
I also haven't dated anyone since high school.
Yes, and both of you have love interests in this show. Go figure.
Yeah, but I don't like my love
Can I-
interest in this show.
Can I also reroll my love interest? Because I haven't appeared in this episode at all past the first couple of minutes past the credits?
Yeah, the first couple of scenes. It seems like this episode particularly, there's not too much in the way of overlapping plots. It's essentially what's happening to each character, and then we never return to them. At least not for now, anyway. That being said, we should be overdue for a Travis and Caitlin scene in that case. Or
What if
possibly
my
an Aaron
parents
one.
loved me and Zach took me away from them? That would be kidnapping.
He also didn't seem to like value you as much as Aphmau, it seems, from his demeanor and before. Why would he kidnap you? I don't know.
Honestly, if you don't like the person you're kidnapping, then why go through the effort? You know, unless you're being paid.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at. Yes. He was a bad father to us, wasn't he?
Bad father,
We might-
father.
We might not be siblings, but I consider you to be my brother.
Who
What?
killed you? Also, I thought you were siblings. Unless the... I don't know what's canon.
Yeah,
What's reality?
I forgot if they clarified this in this series or not. Each episode washes over me because I don't like retaining it in my mind.
I feel like each episode in this series, it seems, maybe is like its own universe.
I only remember My Little Horsies episodes and how to make delicious cookies and cupcakes and make sure everyone is happy. Meow.
I mean, what more do you need, I guess?
Oh, Kawaii-chan, there's this YouTuber I want you to check out one day, by the way. KW, she made this music video, which I think is pretty good.
Listen,
Oh,
God,
I thought you were
don't
talking
just-
about My Little Horsey stuff. I thought you were going to say that
Oh,
this person
no.
made
I
something
mean,
doing
well,
ponies
she
or
actually
whatever.
did make something My Little Horsey related. It's called a little series called Ponies, and it's really interesting.
in
What do
that
you think,
case-
Kawaii-chan?
Well, I will have to
Yes.
recommend that to Aphmau and not myself.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you guys should totally watch it. I'm sure you guys would love Ponies.
I mean,
Me and Zane Clear are playing another date night soon.
I'm going to pass.
Ooh, can I join?
What?
Uh,
No!
Well, I'll just be in the corner. You won't even notice me.
On second thought, I agree with you, Garroth. Get this man a love interest.
We could go on double dates if I get a love interest.
And
Just-
you ruined it.
Yeah.
Did we make him pass out yet?
Can we make him rekindle with Lawrence? I feel like he needs that.
Listen, Lawrence has been busy with his baby brother and stuff. Okay, it's not my fault.
You literally said you forgot him twice.
Well, yeah, that too. But him not being around makes me forget him.
Kind of like Travis,
Honestly,
actually.
I think you should get a better. I think Lawrence should look into getting a better standard of friends if you're his supposed best buddy.
Well, we keep leaving on vacations. How am I supposed to keep him in my memory at all times?
Honestly, just think about him every once in a while. He is your friend, and I assume you have his phone contact still?
Maybe. I don't know if he changed his number though.
Wait,
Why
so
would he have
Garroth
changed it?
forgets his stuff from the past, yet he knows how to break doors easily still?
That's instinct. That's not him forgetting something. It's him forgetting what handles are for, if anything.
Wait, there are handles?
There
Case
have
in point.
always been handles, Gareth.
See what I mean?
I don't
Evan
remember
F.
there
Sack.
being handles.
Even if Zack betrayed us both, we have to keep moving forwards.
Wait, you met Zach? I thought you didn't even meet your father yet. When did
Yeah,
this
trying to
happen?
remember. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think they. Yeah, they. Weird. You're right.
Uh-oh. Is there a missing plot hole?
In this series? No, never. Of course not. Why would there be?
Thankfully, you don't have to lie to me.
I was being sarcastic. Of course, there's plot holes in this series. I'm sure your parents loved you dearly.
Or they were abusive.
Because you're a brave, strong man who cares for everyone around him.
Didn't he kill you? And do a lot of terrible stuff like mind control Zane and Lucinda, and mind control you into killing Aaron, and like hit you when you were under mind control, and the laundry list of things.
Also fight
Yes.
Aaron, turn the entire school against you at one point.
Like, if anything, this man is a walking war crime.
He's a crime
Pretty
against
much.
humanity.
Literally, because he hates humanity.
Well, no, he hates all humans. He doesn't hate werewolves, though. Which, I mean, at least I'm a werewolf now, so he doesn't hate me. Maybe that's why he's interested in me romantically for some reason. Because I'm a werewolf now, he's like, ooh, you're finally pure enough for me to like you.
Honestly, I think you might be. Actually, Garroth, this might have opened up a whole new avenue. You might have more werewolf girls after you at this point.
Maybe. But also, maybe if I was still human, like, werewolf girls would be into me because, like, I'm, like, exotic. Like, ooh, a human. Ooh. I don't know.
From what I remember from Aphmau's experience is what she's told me, being a human does not give you any advantage in werewolf society.
True.
And being
So
a werewolf
unlikely.
does not grant you any advantages in human society either. So, you win some, you lose some.
Me for girls, you might be lucky either way. I mean, I don't know. Me for girls is generally awesome and accepting in the first place, but
Oh, of course.
I mean,
you
yeah, for
would
me, for a girl
say-
could accept you for being emo. I mean, like, they could pretty much accept anything.
Point taken.
Speaking of,
What is this music?
No idea.
We just
You can
don't
ask that
know
in-
the music.
You can ask like in any scene, honestly, and it will make sense. Also, apparently his outburst was triggered by that the transmission was triggered by his emotions being out of control. But now that he is crying from the sheer jubilation of the approval of his sister, that doesn't count anymore.
it is clarified in this alternate universe that they're not siblings.
I guess.
Okay, but Aphmau
weird.
considers him to be her brother, so does either way.
Okay,
Either way, he
and I
should still
will
be
say,
transformed.
I mean, not all the time what you did in your past doesn't define who you are, but sometimes, just maybe when you do a crime, it may define you for the rest of your life.
Like,
if you do a
maybe-
crime like murder,
Maybe
or
if you conduct
mind control or
several
something.
crimes.
Maybe that defines you just a little bit. But, what
Garroth,
do I know?
I think that's a pretty smart conclusion, and I'm not being sarcastic.
Or is
Why
that?
would
Or wait, are you saying that sarcastically too? Oh my god!
No, I was. I
Oh,
Kawaii-chan,
no.
this is why you're the nice one out of the pair of us. I try.
Don't worry, Zen-kun. I know you're a good person deep inside.
Oh, thank
How
you.
deep?
Deep inside the bowels of the earth where his soul is.
It's okay, baby brother. I know you're a good person.
Oh, look, a distraction. Let's focus on that instead.
Agreed. I love you, brother. Wait, Aldo.
Hey, brother. Don't you?
This
Believe in what?
Aphmau does not speak for us. We do not all love this man.
Agreed. I hate him, even though apparently we
I
may or may
said
not
you.
get
I
romantically
said
involved.
Rose. Why would everyone love her brother? The brother is so disgusting.
Aphmau also doesn't speak for us. We do not forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I am the Aphmau. I speak for my friend group.
Okay, but
I-
what about what she did to you?
I am the Aphmau. I speak for the group.
Also,
I
it's
tell you
not your
positive
place.
stuff
It's
to
not
make
your
sure you're
place
duped.
to forgive. Also, it's not your place to forgive for Aaron. Like,
How
it's not your
dare
place to say you forgive him. Forgive him for what he did to your fiance. It's not your place.
Exactly.
almost
I don't.
destroyed
None
my
of this
shit?
conversation's your place to say. You can say that you forgive him, but you can't. You can't forgive him for everyone else. It's not fair.
No.
I should have known better. I should have not have gone to the gift to the dress shopping. I cannot speak because I'm so angry.
Oh no, Kawaii-chan's going feral, guys. Kawaii-chan's
I
going
know it.
feral.
Okay, Kawaii-chan, it's okay. Calm down. All right, here we go. Look at my. Apparently this works. Look at my mouth and freckles or whatever. My mask was off the whole time. Yeah, here we go. I know the show told me this works. There we go.
How about you show her your eye socket?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Here, I'll move my hair out of the way. Look at my disgusting socket. Does that help you?
Honestly, I don't know why people find that attractive.
I mean, that seems kind of horrifying. Not gonna lie.
Yes,
Oh,
okay.
Kawaii-chan fainted.
I I
Not
I
again.
need to.
I'll go get the Zane baby pictures.
She won't be able to see though. She's fainted.
Yes.
But she can smell them.
Oh, goody. Also, she fell in my arms. She's like surprisingly heavier than I thought. Okay, I'm just gonna put her on this on the couch
Well,
next
I
to
mean,
me.
she does kind of
There we
work
go.
out. Like, I've seen her at the gym sometimes when I go.
Oh, Kawaii-chan, I have
She was,
Zane baby pictures.
she was strong enough to beat you and Lauren off at one time.
Wait. Oh, Zane-kun, you're so cute. Look at that.
Hmm.
Don't ask how I got those.
Oh,
I got
well, I mean, let's be honest. Mommy
I-
would totally give them to you if you asked.
I have my ways.
You're friends with Zane-kun's mom, aren't you, on Facebook?
Those aren't even.
Yes.
That's from the potion, baby. You can see Aphmau's shadow in the camera lens.
A few of them. But some of them, yes, I did get off book face.
What?
Well,
Anyway, let's just continue watching.
doesn't like her mommy call like her Lucy or something?
She gives everyone pet names. Gargar.
Zuzu.
Come
Oh,
to
hey.
think of it, the only one who doesn't have a nickname out of all of us here is the exact person you're dating.
Who already gave herself a nickname. There you go.
Wait, what is your real name, Kawaii-chan?
Let's avoid that question. Oh look, a
Alright.
distraction. Let's get back to that.
Yeah, let's take the heat off Kawaii-chan for a second. Oh look, it's Kawaii-chan.
But with an Aphmau line. Well, you know the bit.
I don't think she does though. She wasn't here for that. So basically, whenever we see a line that definitely is meant to be from one character, but is apparently said by another, the two people voicing the characters will say them at once. So, at the count of three, both of you read this line. 1, 2, 3.
Kawaii-chan can't wait to show Zane-kun how Kawaii-chan looks in a suit.
Lucinda.
I'm not
Zane.
I'm not Aphmau.
Oh.
Zane, you were
Oh.
Aphmau.
Oh, for some reason, you threw me off. Oh, okay, never mind.
It's okay, Zinkin. I'll give you a special cupcake.
Thank you.
Oh, look, there's a man in a mask. Can he be my love interest instead of Ian?
Oh no, not another one.
Hey, Garroth, do you see that thing over there in that left corner?
Yeah.
Here, take this.
I'm going
Okay,
to.
we don't have Garroth anymore. He passed out due to burnt cookies again.
Did you just throw a thing at him and knock him out?
Anyway, I'm just going to say this from a general editing perspective. Both Kawaii-chan and the mysterious individual are squished to one side of the screen. It would have been great if a zoom-in occurred.
Yeah, or a panning shot to the side, or if Kawaii-chan taken a few steps back to allow him to take up more of the space. Anything really. I mean, she starts off the scene towards the left. That was already a mistake.
Where am I? Oh, what happened? Also, why is the music weird?
Hey, Garroth, you
Yes,
want to voice
go.
this character?
Hey, guys.
Sure. Do you remember me, milady?
I just
I
imagine
like him
lady.
again.
Why
I
did
like
you-
him again.
Why did you need to make it? Why did you need to make them sound like Chad Noah?
Listen,
I guess
listen,
because
Bugaboo.
Cat-
It's what I have to do.
I guess because Cat and Mask, maybe. I don't know.
I don't want to scream for him since he has a sword.
Actually,
This is
no.
what happens when you feel threatened.
That's not a cat mask they're wearing. It's a
No,
tradition.
Well, they're
Cat-
they're
no,
cat
it's a
ears,
cat-
so
I meant Cat with a mask. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean now.
I think the ears are part of the aesthetic of what's supposed to be
Your
the mask.
hands are soft.
Milady.
Ew, 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 Zane.
Don't look. See, you already defended yourself here. Okay, he can teleport. Never mind.
Wait.
KC, you in there?
You want to know what I would have done? Scream.
I mean, Lucinda, you can teleport out of there. Well, I see. Wait, that depends. Sometimes you can. Sometimes it takes a ritual. I don't know.
It depends on. Oh, I see. So the man in the mask just kidnapped Kawaii-chan.
Zane, save me.
Well,
Huh?
well,
I
listen.
swore-
Well, listen. I mean, maybe he has like pure intentions of being like your Prince Charming or something. Even though
Why
Zane
would-
Chin is my OTP.
But does that make me the dragon? Actually, wait. I like that. I like being the dragon. Never mind. Carry on.
I mean, well,
swore
just
I
saying,
heard
I would be a
something in
sexier
here.
dragon than you.
Oh look! A distraction. Let's focus on that.
I
Listen to the-
swore I heard something in here. Oh, okay. This is. Oh no! Wait. Okay. Okay.
I'm uncomfortable. What is this?
Don't worry.
Lucinda, save us.
We'll never have to see it again. It's fine. Well, that certainly was an ending.
Why do I
hard
have to get kidnapped?
It jump cut from Kawaii-chan being kidnapped to that with no intro. There was no fade. How?
It's kind of hard to wrap your head around this kind of thing, isn't it? Just this video, because it seems like lots of things just happen, but it happens in a way that doesn't seem like it ties into itself because each character kind of appears and disappears for the most part. I think Ian actually was the one who had a scene earlier with Garroth and then came back a little later, but even that seemed unrelated to the thing that was going on with Garroth. Because at that point, he felt he was talking about something completely different. So it was almost like all these scenes could have existed in isolation, but they were just smushed together for an episode.
Like, honestly, You can do slice of life stories that do not have a particular plot, but you have to tie those stories back into themselves, or they just seem like meaningless
Useless?
segments.
Well,
Yeah.
I do have a con, which is me being kidnapped. Kawaii-chan doesn't like you being kidnapped.
No, I'd like Kawaii-chan being kidnapped either. I second that. Don't kidnap
Unless, of course,
Kawaii-chan.
Zane comes and saves me.
Well, I guess I've gone from being the dragon to being the prince. That's just the way it goes.
Listen, at least you're not the villain. Again,
Well, I mean,
you're
would that really be
always
so
cast
bad?
it. You're always cast as the villain, Ro. You wonder how you get anything done.
Oh, but in Villainy, there's so much productivity to be had.
Zane-kun, no. If you
Oh,
go evil,
fine.
I won't give you cupcakes or hold your hand anymore.
Oh, fine. All right, whatever. Back to talking about the video, I guess. I mean,
all I have to say is it was trash. And I better not make out with Ian at any point. I'll be upset about that.
no, I think the only people to have made out but properly have been the two people concerning Melissa, but even Kyle didn't show up this time.
Oh, thank goodness. I
Yeah,
have
you're in show stuff.
like I have
You're in show stuff.
yeah, but I have a con,
Mhm.
and it's really big. The creator doesn't make use of space well. Normally, characters are crowded to one side of the screen and not zoomed in, panned across, or varied out any, which makes everything look extraordinarily close together and also extraordinarily flat.
I mean,
Good
if you're gonna
point.
have characters on screen, they should normally be like in the middle of the screen. Is probably the best place to put characters. Like if you're gonna have, if they're the focus of the scene, put them more in the middle of the scene.
I didn't see any major, any super obvious costume changes, but that would, apart from the Lucinda and Melissa ones, which may have been a different day. But that also could be because, again, no one seems to come back except for Ian, so it's not like that would even come up in the first place.
Why does Ian have to come back? I thought we were done with him.
I wish we were done with him. Oh well, we're done with this video. Let's wrap this up, everyone.
Alright.
So I guess what do people say? I don't know, like leave a like and subscribe or something on these lines. Aphmau's way better at this kind of thing.
Kawaii-chan out.
You know, we should
Like and
torture. We should torture
subscribe.
Aphmau at this one time.
Also,
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. But honestly, Zane, Garth, Kawaii-chan, could I ask you all to come to my house after this and help me with something?
Sure.
What, after the kids? Wait, it's the fox thing, isn't
Yes, it is both of the foxes. Travis has been turned into a fox, but there's also the other timeline fox.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what it's doing here, and I can't get rid of it.
Oh, so I was right then. Okay, weird. I'm on fire today. I very rarely predict things. Anyway, fine. I guess what I'll be a helping hand. We'll head over there now. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.